What in stinking dingus is this? They're full of holes. And they're a weird colour. I don't even know what these are made of. Oh, mate, they're Zildjian L's. Low volume cymbals. Yes, low volume cymbals. Mate, what a wild concept. And they actually look really amazing. I actually really like this design, except for the people that get weirded out by like groupings of holes and things. I'm sure these are just kind of making your skin crawl. Oh no, mate, I got a whole set of these. Why? I can make all the noise I want. Well, in me drum stream, mate, I play a game called Bag of Fortune. Please ignore the cymbal toss going on in the background here. Well, mate, look, she's a simple game where, like, I roll a die, and, like, depending on the number, that's what I gotta do. If I roll a 1 or a 6, it's the worst options. Don't make me do it. But, mate, to explain further, let's jump into the stream, and let's yell some more.
Yay! It's a good smushy face, Frank. You're being strange on the internet, Frank. That's not... Yep. This is what Frank does in private. What if we don't roll a 1 or a 6? What is that? A 2. That's second worst. The Cymbals. The Zildjian L's. Look, like they're transparent. You can see through them. I love the idea of a quiet China cymbal. Actually, in fact, because of how rambunctious that song is, I'm gonna play the last section again because I want that before and after of how loud these actually are. Hang on. Oh yeah, they're quiet. They're quiet, all right? Why? Why would these exist? Well, they're practice cymbals. They're meant for practice. You can get... noise is hard when it comes to practicing. I had to rent a warehouse in an industrial zone to be able to play drums like this any hour that I want. It's actually why I have the warehouse, and the Garbage Time channel came second. And the reason why it's so important is because of how cymbals feel. The bounce. Whoop. Notice that my wrist isn't moving, my arm isn't moving, but I'm playing very quick. I'm using the bounce. Wait, I'll do it left-handed, which I suck at. It's fingers, mate. See? Plastic and rubber cymbals, they don't feel right. They don't do that properly. These feel like cymbals. And that's the point of the China cymbal, because it's got the funny swifty-bendy bit in it. Chinas feel a certain way because of how you're hitting it against this curvy bit. And it actually does sound like a China. But just like this big. And... yeah, I see people line these up with electric kits. You can get electric cymbals. But yeah, if you had like practice pad kit with these, like, it sounds funny. I would rather play an electronic drum kit with the sounds turned off most times. And I'll just use my imagination on what it's meant to sound like. My imagination can come up with better sounds than a lot of electronic kits. And then having these on that practice pad set, you could practice everything. Yeah, so they seem dumb unless you're actively practicing the drums, like you really want to learn it. It's like in my case where I was trying to throw my entire life at these dingus things. But in this case where I'm playing full volume stuff, a horrible pairing. That's why these are a 2 in Bag of Fortune. They're a practice instrument. They're not a gigging instrument. This stream is a gig. That's why they don't work. They're not cheap though, and like you really, really gotta want these. And they're a lot. I mean, you know, houses are getting smaller. Every cool old house for the front and backyard's getting knocked down and being replaced by 20 unit blocks stacked on top of each other. So, yeah, as the real estate market gets crappier and crappier, the drums are going to get harder and harder to play. And, you know, if you have an electronic kit and you want to feel the feel of the real deal, these will do it. I really do love the idea of a quiet China cymbal. If I never played these cymbals again, I would just keep this somewhere.